So, Kara, we are now officially on the final case. We're in the end game now, I think. That being said, we still didn't solve this murder, so we should probably do that. It's probably like somewhat important, I guess. All right, everything should be ready for tomorrow now. Miss Assistant, there you are. Oh, there. Don't tell me Sue was making you work overtime again. No, wait, sorry. This guy was Australian, right? So he was. Crikey! Don't tell me Sue was making you work overtime again. Unfortunately, she needs me to get everything ready for our interview with Mr. Chambers tomorrow. Why? What's up? As some of us around the station were about to go for drinks together. The new patrol officer thinks that if they show off their badge, they're sure to get a date. Something about how ladies can't resist a man in uniform. I'm sure you can sneak away to come join us. I'm sorry, Detective, but I might have misheard you. Oh, yes. You didn't just ask my clerk to skip work, did ya? Especially when she's busy getting everything ready for your interrogation tomorrow. Because I'm sure you've got some reports around here and haven't finished filing out. Well, you see, I just meant that she's welcome to come join us after she gets off. That's tempting, but I have other plans tonight. Besides, I don't want to be the only girl there. Oh, don't we have a drinking competition to settle Ernest? I'd love to join. Would you look at the time? Oh, I gotta run. Just how male-dominated the station is. I was thinking, most of the characters we've met from the station are women.
I was gonna say.
But I guess it's the only people that we've seen in-game. We're kind of outnumbered. That's how it is at most of the precincts here. It's about 4-1 in their favor. Anyways, we have a lot of work to get done before tomorrow, and I'd like to be out before the sun sets.
Gotta get to that drinking game, you know.
Yes, ma'am. 2 days later. Sophie, good morning. Morning, Justy. I've got some good news. I checked the logs for the parking garage at Eubank Investments. Anton Chambers entered around 7:30 p.m. on the 30th. It doesn't look like he left afterwards. So his car is sure to still be there. That means Eubank Investments are a possible crime scene. And we just secured our warrant. And I guess we better get to investigating. Looks like today will be another long day. Are there ever any short days around here? We better hurry to Eubank Investments. We can be there in 5 minutes on Zephyr. Oh god, not again. Hold on a moment. Oh, before you two leave. Now, see on what you need. I just wanted to ask, have you two noticed Ernest acting differently lately? Seems to be the same old goofball as always to me. Why? Do you remember the other day when Ernest went out drinking? Yeah, he left around 5 that night. What about it? According to Officer Johnny, he said Ernest disappeared sometime around 7, which was earlier than normal. Yeah, but we all know he doesn't actually drink. He just goes to hang out with everyone. The thing is, Johnny said he got a phone call an hour before he left. And then he started acting a lot more distant afterwards, before he left without much of a word. That's worrying. It's just a phone call. Maybe he had a family emergency. Maybe so, but this happened on the night of Anton's death. The timing of it, I just can't help but wonder if it's a coincidence. So you think Red is hiding something from us? Hold up, this is Detective Hunt we're talking about. He's the most straightforward man I know. Which is all the more reason to be concerned if he's hiding something. It's just something to keep in mind as you investigate. I have to get back to work now. Someone has to do Justina's work until she's back. With any hope, this will be an easy case. I mean, so Hunt may be a murderer. We're gonna find out. And expect to have a welcoming party. Justina being here early. All that cat was flying. Hey, now.
Maybe he's not the murderer, but maybe something happened and he was trying to save Anton and then he couldn't get to him in time.
Could be.
Because wasn't Anton his friend?
I don't remember. That was a couple weeks ago. I always show up on time. What good is being early if I don't get paid for it? Amen, sister. for the joy of the job, of course. Find something you love and you will never work a day in your life. Oh, there we go. Now I got the voice back. I had to kind of find it. He's right. Being at this station has never felt like a job to me. And you being here has made it extra fun. Well, I mean, I certainly never had a show like this before. What, Carrie?
You can have like something you like as a job and still feel like a job.
That's just a saying that, like, hey, if you love what you do, it's never a job.
I know, but like, even if you love doing something, it can still feel like a job.
He seems relaxed now. Better ask him while his guard is down. You know, Detective, I missed joining you for a drink on Sunday. How'd it go? Yeah, thanks for the invite, Red. I only just learned of it. You don't work Sundays, and it felt like a people in the office type of invite. Damn. Hey, but sure, I'll tell you how it went. Oh, we're gonna interrogate his ass. We left the station shortly after leaving you and Sue. We headed to a local bar and I decided to grab a bubbly water. The patrol officers kept trying with the ladies and kept getting shot down. Around 7 p.m. I had my fun watch them and left the bar. I went home afterwards and needed some rest to prepare for Anton's arrival. Anton's arrival? But he's dead, brother. What do you mean? Okay. If Sue's hunch is right, he's clearly hiding something. We don't have enough information to properly disprove it. Anyways, we'll head out when you're ready, Justy. Interesting. What are these for? Oh, sorry, what are these for? This is the community board. It's so people can put up flyers for local events and businesses. Oh, well, look, they're having a blood drive next week. We should go donate, Justy. They give you a free cookie afterwards, too. Oh, see, I'm actually, like, really busy next week. Justy, it's for the good of others. Don't you want to help your community? I can't. I don't do well with needles. I hated getting shots as a kid. They don't get easier as an adult. Oh, come on. It's not that bad. We can go together. I'll be your moral support. I can even hold your hand when they poke the needle in. Just stop. I don't need to visualize that. You're making it even worse.
It sounds like a conversation you and I would have.
I don't have a problem getting a shot.
Oh, well then I guess we wouldn't, because I don't have one.
Yeah, we're too base for that.
True.
I think I've ever seen someone sit in these chairs. And those are for the general public to wait, not for us police types. But it looks so soft and comfy. I'd love to just take a nap here if I got a chance. With all the coffee you drink, I'd be shocked if you can even nap anymore. Coffee doesn't really work that well on me anymore. I have to drink that much just to feel it. That's a problem. I think my body's just too used to it. Maybe you should lay off the coffee for a bit. Take a tolerance break.
It also depends on the person. If you have like ADHD, for example, it can be like the reverse effect.
But they clearly said that like it doesn't work on them anymore.
Yeah, true. She said anymore, so.
Yeah. But coffee.
That's so you when you want your drink.
I don't drink coffee.
I never said coffee.
They're talking about coffee.
Yeah, but I'm meaning like when you want any type of drink. That's so you.
I guess. All this time I never noticed those flowers outside the station. And those have been there since I started working here. What the hell is that word? Dendroecon rigidia, also known as bush poppy. What the hell?
Dendromicon rigidia.
The Necronomicon? They are fast-growing shrubs that are native to the area. It says here that they bloom in late winter to early spring. Basically around the time you started here. I started working here at just the right time. See a lot of poppy flowers around here now that I think about it. Carrie, can you do me a favor?
Sure.
Can you look at the stream and make sure I sound good? Just real quick. Yeah. Thank you. I appreciate it.
I'll mute and or deafen in Discord so that when I'm listening to the stream, it's just the stream.
Okay. Yeah. That's fine. I'm actually gonna turn you up a little bit on my end. Yeah, I just want to make sure it sounds good because, you know, you helped me with the audio settings and filters and stuff recently, so I just had the thought of like, I wonder if it sounds like any good at all. But hopefully, you know, hopefully it's pretty good. I can't really say myself. I'm not good with that kind of stuff. I'm just gonna keep kind of talking until you undeafen, because then I know. I don't know if you're still listening or not. Oh man. You can hear my fans? Oh, that's not great. My fan's like really quiet. Alright, I guess I'll turn it off for now, but we're gonna have to solve that issue. Oh, okay. Now the only thing that's on is my computer, but I can't help that. So if that's something, I can't do anything about that. You said that's better? Do I still sound good? Yeah, sorry for the interruption. I just had to check.
Yeah, it's better with the fan off now, so.
Okay, well, we're gonna have to go through the settings later then, because I like having my fan on during stream.
Yeah.
Because it gets hot up in here. But yeah, so yeah, we'll have to solve that later, if you don't mind.
Yeah, we can figure that out.
All right, thank you. I'm not doing all this shit. Here we go. Oh, okay. Back here once again. It's like nothing changed. Good morning, welcome to Eubank Investments. Oh, hello. Where we are investigating a beautiful future for you. Well, I mean, that's new. I'm Detective Sophie Swift with the Azure City Police. We're here to investigate the death of Mr. Anton Chambers. A pleasure to meet you, Detective. I'm Joy Collins, and I'll be happy to assist you today. What an honor it is to have two officers in our fine police force today. Eubank Investments welcomes you both. In fact, I have it here that our president has been expecting you. Oh, it's the other guy. He got promoted, I bet. Oh, I forgot about him. He's a suspect for the murder. No, Chambers was the president. Have they already replaced him? Ah, there you are, Detective. Yeah. Oh, you're the assistant from the other day. Let's see. Lowell Ledger, administrative assistant at Eubank Investments. It seems your information is outdated. As of today, I have been promoted to president. You became president? How did that come about exactly? Simple. With the tragic passing of our former president, Mr. Eubank has been in a state of shock. The two of us spent all day yesterday trying to deal with the fallout of his death. We didn't know that when Anton was last here, it would be the last time we saw him. So until matters are resolved, I have been promoted to the president of the company in order to help our CEO in these troubling times. That's a pretty huge promotion. If I may ask, what time did you say Anton leave here? He left here at about 6:20 p.m. on the dot. And that was the last time you saw him? Correct. Once he left, I didn't see him again. Showed him my dad's store at 6:30. Yeah, it's not too far from here. It does line up with the facts that we know. Since we are here, do you mind telling us more about where you were that day? Sorry, but I'm rather busy right now. I really must be going. Being president of Eubank Investments has left me very busy. Miss Collins is more than happy to book an appointment next if you'd like. Guys really get on my nerves. So if you'll excuse me, I have a meeting with Mr. Eubank to attend to. I guess we'll have to hunt him down later. Miss Collins, were you here the night of Anton's death? Oh, absolutely. I work here Sunday through Thursday for 10 hours a day. 10 hours? How do you possibly handle that? Here at Eubank Investments stays... Huh?
That's a normal work,
It's a little bit. The average is 8. But I mean, 10's a little bit above.
If you're working 4 days, it's 10 to 12.
Did you say 4 days?
I don't remember how many days she said.
No, she said 5.
But it's like
At least I'm pretty sure she did.
If it's like 4 or 3 days, then it's 10 to 12 hours.
Yeah. Days just fly by with how much fun it is. And the overtime pay certainly helps. Amen, sister! That's what I'm talking about! Screw that PR nonsense. She's doing this for the money. Can you tell us what you saw that day? Absolutely. Anything for the wonderful cops who protect our city. Let me pull my recordings out. Recordings? I tend to use my phone to record things I want to remember. Here's my recording. April 30th, you make investment reception desk. It's informed that Mr. Chambers left just a little bit ago. The night should be quiet until the shift ends at 8. Oh, sorry, I think I... Oh, no. Beep. Stay on the first floor the whole night. As far as I know, he didn't return. Okay, you know what, that's fair. Mind if we get a copy of this recording? Of course not, anything to help. First time I heard a recording being used as a statement. So how else can I assist you two today? We'd like to have a chat with Mr. Eubank. Mr. Eubank is currently in the president's office. He has a meeting with our beloved president, so feel free to wait here until he's done. I don't know what voice to give her, but I'll figure it out later. I've already did these before, I'm not gonna do them again. She seems surprisingly excited about working here. Absolutely! Eubank Investment is all about building a better future. I'm the first face visitors see. It's important that I convey those values to them with a smile. I don't know how you do it. I did customer service once and I absolutely hated it. Having to fake a smile all the time, all while dealing with rude and entitled people. If you want my advice, look for something better before the creeps come by. The wonderful people working here are never like that. Besides, there's a great way of networking with the higher-ups. Huh? Yeah, you know, networking. Rubbing shoulders with the executives. I'm making opportunities for myself for the future. I'm aiming for a degree in urban and regional planning. And if Eubank Investments has plans for the future of our city, wouldn't being so familiar with them give me a leg up? If I can make sure I'm on their minds, I have the job for sure. So that's why you're doing this. Exactly. I've got my foot in the door. Once I graduate, I'll already know the hiring managers by name. That's a pretty clever plan. Yeah, I mean, that's not bad. I wouldn't say it's... Huh?
Plan. I was gonna say, that's just pretty basic.
Yeah, I would say I wouldn't say it's very clever. That's just kind of what people do, but yeah. It's smart.
That's just kind of how you get jobs, is to network.
Never knew there could be so much to a simple job like this. I'm in awe. So why do you record voice memos like that? I find it to be like keeping a journal, just with your own voice. Writing is such a pain. It takes so long that it feels so impersonal. There's also some reassuring about listening to your... Oh, okay. No, wait, I hate hearing my own voice. I can't stand it. First time I heard it, I thought it was really weird. I don't know how you do it. Once you listen to it a few times, you get used to it. Plus, I think you have a very lovely voice. Really? Yeah, you do. It's so passionate and energetic. It fits you so well. It's like the door to your soul. Huh? What? I mean, well, thank you, I guess. Dude, by the end of case 5, they'll be kissing Carrie.
Please, yes!
Yeah, sorry, I didn't mean to blurt all that out. My bad.
I just want my police lesbians.
Yes,
please.
dude. Something the matter? No, I was just thinking. But your partner has a point. You do have a wonderful voice. Oh, thanks. Why am I blushing this hard? Oh
my god, it can be a poly ship between the three of them.
we barely know this person.
She might be based.
She might be based. She could be. Miss Collins, we heard that Mr. Chambers' car might be here. Would we be able to see it? Of course, it should be in the parking garage. We have a specialist preparing it to be delivered to the family. They can give you details on the car. Mr. Eubank's meeting is going to take a while. I might as well check out the garage instead of waiting here. Okay. Parking garage! Huh. Well, I mean, certainly parking garage. About as plain as you can get. And were you expecting something different? I thought you might get might go for something more extravagant. After everything you've seen of them, you still believe that? They live in the modest... Well, okay. I wouldn't say live in a modest home. I wouldn't go that far. Just admit it. They're the furthest from extravagance you can get. I disagree. They are a bit extravagant. Just not as extravagant as they could be.
From what we've seen, they're very, at least, like, upper middle class.
They're, yeah. Now, they are upper class, so they are, like, a little down to earth compared to, like, normal people with their, income, I'm gonna say, but still. Okay. What are you two doing here? Meg! Carrie, you want to voice Meg?
Sure.
Okay. Forget about us. What are you doing here?
I'm working. There was a car that got left here that I was sent to pick up. Something about the owner dying in those cases. My company gets hired to tow off and fix up the car.
We're investigating the death of said owner, Anton Chambers. How did your company get involved in this?
It's quite simple.
It's Shrimple, really.
It's Shrimple, really. Our company got contacted yesterday morning. They told us they wanted to repair the car for the family of someone that passed away. Given that I was most familiar with bank investments, they wanted me to take the job. I have been working on this car since yesterday. Now look at her. She's a thing of beauty. Otherwise, the only unusual thing I found was some clumps of wool in the car trunk.
Wool? That's odd.
Tell me about it.
Do you remember who contacted your company?
Afraid not. I just took up the job. I only got the call around 9.
Do you think that it's important? If Meg started work on this yesterday, then whoever contacted them knew Anton's car was here. Yet, no one contacted the police. I'd bet it was done on purpose. What about the wool? Why is it unusual? Well, because most people don't have wool.
Because nothing in the car is made of wool. All the seats are made of leather.
What do you use wool for? It's often used in blankets, rugs, gloves, upholstery, car seats.
None of which I found in the car. I still have some of the wool if you want it.
Yes, dude, I'm a wool collector. Another mystery to add to the pile. Thanks, Meg. Do you mind if we look around?
I don't mind. Let me know if you need anything.
Alright. This is a new place. We do have to investigate this. It's a poster for a car wash. Wowee!
It looks like a good deal. I should take my car there.
I didn't know you got a car.
Built it myself, and it's been running like a dream. No more buses for me. I'm finally free.
Let's go. Hey now, what's wrong with the buses?
I just prefer controlling my own travel time.
Yeah, but there's less stress when you take a bus. They deserve more respect. Seems like we have a champion of buses here. I used them all the time before I started driving, and they were great. And when I didn't have money, I could sneak into the back when the driver wasn't looking. Justine, how often did you break the law? That car wash is looking real good.
This silver one is a beauty. I was called to repair.
Kind of work did it need?
When his car was found, there were dents and scratches all around.
Interesting.
I checked the area. It seemed like areas within the garage had scratches from his car.
How was it damaged?
The taillights were broken and some of the bits were on the floor. It seems he backed it up into the wall harder than normal and damaged it.
Do you think he was just a bad driver? I doubt he did this every time he parked here. Something must have happened here on the day he died. Yeah, he seemed impaired. What do you mean?
It's a custom-built stick-shift car, so it's pretty hard to drive if you're not familiar with a car.
Anton drove stick? Color me impressed. Why? It's just a car.
Have you ever driven a stick shift before?
No, but it's just a car. How hard could it be? Justy. My lovable, naive Justy. Why doesn't simply drive a stick shift? It takes years of hardship to properly drive a stick shift.
I watched an online tutorial and thought I could give it a try with this bad boy. I almost got into an accident just trying to start it.
Is it really that hard to drive a stick shift? Still, it's too strange to ignore, so I should write this down. Interesting. These probably aren't important, but I'll list them anyways. It's so cool that Owen drives an electric car.
This car has all the new features. Adaptive cruise control to help maintain a self-driving distance. A light-up trunk release to open the trunk from the inside. Voice command features to adjust settings so the driver can keep their eyes on the road.
Ooh. Cars can have those? Progress moving so fast. Trunk releases have been required for years, likely even in your car. But the rest of them so far are only in luxury cars. But those sound useful. Adaptive cruise control sounds like it will save lives. They should be like the trunk release.
They are still new tech, so government regulation has been slow.
If anything, the rich are the beta testers. They are paying extra for unproven features. That's kind of true when you word it like that. You're kind of onto something, Swift. That does make sense. I'll write this down. Okay. Hope we don't need that.
The red one is Lowell's car.
His car looks pretty plain by comparison.
I doubt he made as much money as the two head of the companies. Just your standard automatic with nothing too special. It even has hand
crank windows? My parents' first car had hand crank windows. I used to play with them a lot as a kid. They're way more fun than just pressing down the button.
It's been so long since I've been in a car with hand crank windows.
That's old. I've been in a truck with hand crank windows, and that's it's not common. Not anymore. Why am I not surprised? I'm just saying, I appreciate the little bits of effort to keep to feel a breeze while in the car. Can we check out the inside?
It's locked, so no can do.
Can we break the windows and unlock it from the inside?
You can't be serious.
You can't damage a classic. I have half mine to arrest you just for suggesting that. Arrest? I was only joking! Note self, do not mess with gearheads. I'll write this down. Write down, do not mess with gearheads. I complete a lead. What are my current leads? Oh god, I have to go back to the lobby. Ugh. Okay, are you ready to read?
Sure.
How is it between you and Fry?
About as bad as it gets. We haven't really talked at all. I'd really like to be friends with him again, but I'm not sure what to do. I mean, I don't even know how to face him now.
Because of Annie's fake love letter.
I mean, we've been friends for so long, I never even considered the possibility of him having feelings for me. I don't know, I feel so conflicted, I just don't want to hurt him.
Don't you think if Wayne the problem is hurting him more? You don't have to date him, but you should at least be honest with him about how you feel. She's right. I don't think it's worth sacrificing your friendship over.
You're right. I'll try to sort things out in my head, and I'll go talk to him. Thanks, you two.
Oh yeah, forgot we arrested her for attempted murder. Hey, I know we didn't get a chance to talk about everything that happened last week.
I'm fine. I spoke to them last week, and I'm still processing my feelings.
What happened?
Well...
Oh. Annie Bill, you gotta guess. We normally wouldn't allow it, but she's an exception. I forgot this guy was like, Meg, I can explain.
The detective already told me everything.
This is loud all of a sudden.
Just want to say a few things. After the crash, I started saving up to get the part you needed. And I thought it was my fault and I wanted to fix it. I know you use that car for the kids, but there had to be a better way.
I never wanted you to feel responsible for the crash. It was my fault for leaving in a hurry. I should have just waited till you came back. Maybe there was a better way.
Annie.
I think you voiced her too.
I forgot the voice I gave her.
Me too.
Klaus orphanage was our home. I don't understand. Were we not good enough? Were we that much of a burden? If we all pitched in, maybe we could have made your dream come true.
Do you want to? Okay.
I guess it's okay. I never wanted the orphanage gone. Just moved. You kids are important to me. But no amount of pitching in could have been enough. And at the time, it felt like the only choice they had.
Attempted murder, the only choice.
But you never gave us a chance. I can forgive Bill, but I just don't think I can forgive you. Listen, Meg, you're a gifted young woman. It took me years to find what I wanted. You already knew what you wanted to do the day you saw me work on my car. So go and do it. I'm proud of you.
Oh. Meg ran off. Oh, let go of me. I need to talk with her. I'm sorry, Sim, but you have to stay here. But she has already been through enough. She needs time. Yeah, attempted murder will really do that. No, I'm sorry. I know it's tough.
You two did the right thing, exposing her.
Yeah.
I know that the person who died recently was the one who helped her.
True.
That's why I took this job for my company. I wanted to see this place for myself. Learn about who he was and why he was so evil.
I've seen a lot of people as a traffic cop. If there is one thing I learned, no one is evil, selfish or nearsighted, but never evil. Well, what he did with Annie was wrong, but he was a person at the end of the day. Sure, there is good in him we will never see.
Thanks. Sorry for getting off topic.
Helping friends is worth getting off topic. So if you need to talk, come to my office at the station.
I'll keep that in mind.
Alright. Keys. How are you able to open the car? Mr. Chambers' body didn't have his keys.
His ex-wife had a spare key, and that's what I've been using.
Has anyone turned in any other keys?
Nope, I have only this copy as far as I'm aware.
Do you think the culprit threw the original key away? Maybe, but then why take the keys at all? There must be something we're missing. Are there any cameras in here? We could catch Mr. Chambers leaving his car.
Afraid not. There are some outside, but none inside. Meaning we don't exactly know who was here Sunday night.
Who knew which company would be so cheap? All the cars. Are these the only cars in the whole garage?
Yeah, I bet this place is packed most work days. I wonder what kind of cars these employees can afford. I bet they buy the ones with heated seats. Trust me, adding those in manually is way harder than it may seem.
But it already seems hard. Now, which one is Joy's car?
Oh, none of these. I think she takes the bus every day.
Guess that means she took in the bus on Sunday as well. Okay, I think we're done here. Now to go back to the lobby. Mr. Collins, we're finished with our meeting. Send our guests to the president's office. Right away, sir. Good news, everyone. Mr. Eubank is ready to see you two. When you two are ready, you can head up to the president's office. Wow, I wish our police station could connect that easily. Here at Eubank Investments, we pride ourselves on our fast-paced communication. When the CEO calls, I'm here to answer. You just heard Mr. Eubank's voice over the speaker. Interesting.
Something about her happiness just seems a little unsettling at times.
Yeah, welcome to PR. That's just how it would be. We can head up when you're ready. Yeah. Alright, I guess I'll investigate this place even though I did before. Receptionist desk. I guess we finally gotten to meet its owner. Kinda wanna poke around, but that's a bit rude with her standing right there. Hey, why is Sophie already going through it? Hey, Jesse, check it out. Look what I found. Is that a toy mouse? Is that a cat toy? Oh, that thing. I have no idea where it came from. I found it by my chair Sunday night. We don't have any cats in the building, so I have no idea how it got there. It just showed up? Yeah, quite the mystery, really. Plus, when I found it, it was really gross and wet. Must have been in some animal's mouth. Any idea of what type of cat? There was some orange and white fur nearby, but that's about it. Orange and white fur, sounds familiar. Oh yes, her the dude's daughter. I forgot. The Eubank's daughter have a cat called like Toasty, I think. Is there any way a cat could have been in here? Eubank Investment has a strict no animals policy. Only service animals are allowed inside our building. Dogs and miniature horses only. But ponies? Miniature horses? As our city legalized miniature horses as service animals, you didn't know? Yo! How am I supposed to know that? I didn't know horses could be miniature. In any case, cats aren't able to become service animals. So if there was a cat in here, it must have been a secret. You're welcome to take the... Huh?
Cats are service animals all the time.
Not in this city.
Apparently.
You're welcome to take the toy mouse. I've been keeping it here in case the owner comes looking for it. I have a feeling it won't be useful, but I guess it's best to leave no stone unturned. Interesting. Good to see these flowers are doing so well. It brightens up the place. Mrs. Eubank brings fresh flowers every week. She said it was important to keep ourselves optimistic, despite the circumstances. She ordered some red ones to give to Mr. Chambers' family. Apparently, those represent remembrance. He may be gone, but his impact on the company will never be forgotten. Interesting. These flowers have a lot of meaning behind them. I think it's good to have a reminder of these feelings. Having these flowers on my desk every day helps me feel a little bit happier. That's a nice sentiment. Maybe I'll get some for my own desk. Something to get me through all the soul-crushing paperwork. Amen. There's something so unsettling about sitting in front of this logo. Unsettling? Quite the opposite. This logo embodies strength and hope. To me, it's a symbol of I can see with pride, a representation of all the good work our company does. I don't know, to me it just feels like something you'd see in a dystopian film, like, the company is always watching. Well, that just means they can watch how well I do. It's nice to have your work recognized. If I can show it off well enough, maybe I'll even get a raise. No, it's definitely dystopian. Pure dystopian. Such windy weather on such a woeful Wednesday. But isn't today a Tuesday? I know, but it's only that starts with W. You can't keep the alliteration going without it. And what are you, some kind of poet? It's nothing really. I just like wordplay, I guess. I think you have a really nice way with words, Justy. Have you ever thought of writing poetry? Not really. I'm not sure I'd be any good at it. What does it matter if you're good at it or not? I just think you'd have a really beautiful way of expressing yourself. I just want to see more of that. Why do my cheeks suddenly hurt? This is so embarrassing. Kaori, they're really pushing. They're really pushing on the whole couple thing. Kaori? Oh. I don't know where she is. It's not muted. There's a bunch of chairs and sofas here. It doesn't really Seems like anything's changed since we were last here. What's up, detective? It doesn't look like anyone's cleaned here in a while. Huh? We humbly apologize for the state of affairs our office is currently in. At the moment, this office has been reduced to essential staff only. Most of the office is working from home, and Mr. Eubank has put the cleaning crew on paid vacation until further notice. Normally, the crews would clean in here from 1 p.m. to 5 p.m. every day. What's the reason for the change? Mr. Eubank didn't specify, but I'm sure he has his reasons. Perhaps he simply wanted to give the staff a much-needed break. I'll add to what you said to the evidence. Interesting.
I'm glad you steered my way. Oh, it seems we have guests.
Hello again, welcome to my new office. He clearly is taking no time moving in. Mr. Eubank, we have some questions we would like to ask you.
Oh, I'm sorry, I can't answer them here. I have to head home. Something urgent has come up. If you must ask, come visit me there.
Oh, Carrie's gone. She must have disconnected. Owen, I suggest we don't talk with the police. We had best not get involved with the investigation.
Now, my boy, as our new president of Eubank Investments, you represent the company. The sooner we answer the questions, the sooner they can be on their way. Take it from me, they won't take no for an answer.
You're right. As president, I should leave them with a good impression. Too late, bud.
A good day, detectives.
Now, if you don't mind, can you tell us where you were on the night of Mr. Chambers' death?
Very well. I was at Eubank Investments the night of Anton's death, but I never saw him. I never went anywhere near Anton's office. I left this building around 10 p.m. and went straight home. I didn't see anyone, including Anton. I wasn't aware he died until I arrived at the office yesterday.
Interesting. Was there anyone else at the office that night?
As an executive assistant, I was too busy to notice anyone.
And what were you doing there on a Sunday night?
That information is strictly for company executives only.
Yeah, he's hiding something. Thank you for your cooperation. We have some follow-up questions.
Very well, but as the new president, I have a very busy schedule. Time is money, and my time is very valuable.
New mission. Waste this selfish jerk's time.
Please tell me it says that in the case file. Please tell me.
Oh, man. Mr. Chambers left behind a lot of books.
More books than he could ever read. Now that's my office, I'm making some changes.
So what are you gonna do with these books?
The Chambers family is taking them back. Most of them are boring business books. Or something silly like Solar Wars, Rise of Space Bears. I haven't read it. Maybe it's a good book. If he had time to read, he had time to run a company.
Maybe he read to relax.
Relaxing is for retirement. I didn't get to be where I am by relaxing while working. I got here with hard work and a forward thinking. Not wasting time with silly books.
Glad he's not my boss. I bet he would regulate my bathroom breaks. It's a very fancy looking chair.
Anton had great taste in chairs. I'm sure he would want me to take good care of it.
Wouldn't you want to give it back to his family?
And why should they get it? They didn't work for it. I like to think of it as a small reward for my years of service. The president of Eubank Investments deserves nothing less than the best.
What a greedy little man.
Hey, what an asshole.
So many numbers on this board.
Get your eyes off the chalkboard. This information is strictly for company executives.
Oh, come on. It's just a bunch of numbers and letters.
Those numbers and letters are the very heart of this company. Not that someone like you would understand. We are planning a bright future for Eubank Investments, one that doesn't depend on the past.
How exciting. Looks like you took Mr. Chambers' role quite nicely.
Our former president was a great man, but he thought his city was the center of the world. Such a powerful man with such a small view only limited the growth of this company. But now that he's gone, I'm going to clean up his mess. We're going to throw out his old ways and go into new territory.
What do you mean by new territory?
One day you'll find out. Let's just say that Mr. Eubank and I are on the same page. Once I became president, he gave me the necessary tools to help him out.
Welcome back, Harry. You're muted.
just so you know. By the time I left... Hey, Carrie.
I'm disconnected. I am back.
Okay, hi. I thought something happened. Carrie, you missed it. There was another lesbian couple thing.
Oh, I missed the lesbian?
You did.
Oh.
Well, now it's lesbian. Right, Carrie? Lesbian?
Maybe it'll become lesbi.
Yes! More like let's be, as in let's be continuing.
Yeah.
Perhaps someday this will be a Your Bank Ledger Investments. He's gonna gloat so much, might as well write it down. Interesting. This is my second time up here, and the city just looks so impressive. It's certainly a sight to behold, a sight few others could ever see. Detective Swift, what do you see from up here?
I think a lot of good people and a few others who would take advantage of them. But it's a city worth serving.
And what about you, Detective Smith? What do you see from up here?
You mean me?
A city more complex than I can imagine. Looks so simple from above, when you get down there, it can be real overwhelming. For a pair of detectives, you two are quite different.
That's why we're a team. What about you? What do you see?
I see a city where anyone can succeed with enough effort and the right mindset. The city that your bank's always dreamed of. A city where everyone can have a bright future.
And what of the homeless people on the street? How do they fit into this bright future?
Just because anyone can succeed doesn't mean everyone will. People like me just have the ability to do it.
You see, because the president was murdered. Get off your high horse.
Yes, Gary! Cool! Yes!
Watch it, he actually dies. And you redeeming that is super insensitive.
So, how does it feel to be president? I admit, if you told me 10 years ago I would take the role of president of this very company, I wouldn't have believed you.
10 years ago? That's when I started working in the Sunrise District.
That's right. It's where I lived for most of my life. I was in high school at the time, and within a year from when they started, we were forced to move out.
Forced out?
Our apartment landlord kept trying to raise rent, trying to get higher paying tenants. Rent controls stopped them from outright kicking us out.
What happened?
The lowest renters were offered buyouts, and some said no, the landlord pulled underhanded tricks to make them leave. When he came to us, he just took the money. We just took the money and left. We weren't going to fight a losing battle.
Must have been awful to leave. You grew up there.
Sure, but it taught me a lesson that day. Blue-collar workers like my parents never get paid enough. So I took business management classes in college and started working my way up the food chain. When I saw an opening here a few years ago, I jumped on it and got the job as an administrative assistant.
Still, I'm surprised you took the role. It was Eubank Investments that led to you leaving.
It's small-minded to blame the company. The city paid them, and now the city is a thriving shopping district.
But your family had to move out. Don't you hate that?
Eubank Investments is the reason the Smith family had a store. Would you have taken that away just for people like me?
That's not a fair question.
They could have built the shopping district without forcing your family out. Even if the law forced the landlord to let us stay, my family could never afford it. He did us a favor and made us leave. In a way, I respect him. He only did what he had to do. It wasn't personal, just business. And look where I am now.
I suppose everyone won.
Hope the other renters were able to find new homes. Checking for blood. Detective, we should test this room for blood.
Forensics is planning to look over the whole building later, but I got the means to check out one room. Mind if we test the room now, Mr. Ledger?
By all means, we have nothing to hide.
No blood, but there is something else. Palin, the forensics let me borrow this nifty device that can be used to detect the materials of gunpowder. I found some, but in a very strange shape.
Strange how?
It spreads across the whole floor, except in this rectangle area. If I recall, there was a rug here.
So someone fired a gun and the rug was moved afterwards. Then that's proof. He was shot here. Don't be so quick to judge. Detective just said there was no blood. If he had been shot here, he would have been bleeding as well.
He's right. The device isn't enough to include he was shot here.
I suppose it couldn't be that easy. Let's write that down. Interesting.
Mr. Ledger, we would like to be able to check Anton's phone, office phone.
Why would you want to do that?
This time a phone logs the last couple of calls. We might get a clue about when these phones were last used.
Of course, just make it quick. We wouldn't want to waste time.
Seems that this phone was used on Sunday night from around 7 p.m. to 8 p.m.
That means he did come back to make that phone call. I think you're jumping the gun, young lady. How do you know it was him?
Who else would it be?
Somebody could have come in here and used it instead of him.
He's right. Would be impossible to prove. For now, let's just write it down.
Interesting. Oh, whoops.
So we gotta speak with Owen.
Ah, here we go. It's been a long time since we've been here. Hello, anyone here?
Carrie, do you want to be the child?
Sure. Hey, it's the detective ladies.
Also, see the cat.
Kitty cat.
I didn't. Sorry, hold on. Oh, I didn't expect you two to be here.
We came in to visit your husband. He couldn't stay in the office.
We couldn't get a babysitter for fee, and I have to head to the station to finish some business.
Today's a holiday, so no school.
All right, it is.
Crap. Was it famous person's birthday? I can't remember.
Now, if you'll excuse me, I have to go. Fee, dear, your father's busy with work, so be a good girl until I get back.
Yes, Mom.
Maybe Fee can help us. We're on a super important case. Do you think you can help us out?
Sure. For some cash.
Yeah, she's so based. You want money again?
Without Chandra, I have to clean my own room. So I'm gonna save up enough money to get my own Chandra.
You based. Credit where it's due. At least she has goals.
Fee, this case involves your mom and dad. If we want to help them, isn't that enough?
Okay.
Thank you. Can you tell us where your parents were 2 nights ago?
Sure thing.
Statement. Interrogate the cat.
I was playing with Toasty when I saw my dad leave at 7 p.m. Toasty and I stayed home with my mom until he got back. He got home around 9 p.m. but barely spoke to us.
He could have been murdered.
They might have had what my teacher called a fight.
Okay. Interesting.
Do you know what they were fighting about?
I was scared, so I hid when they started yelling.
I'm sure she just needed some alone time. Fight, huh? Must have been serious if both sides kept it hidden. We can stay and talk, but we don't want Mr. Eubank to wait too long. Fee, did your parents tell you what happened to Anton Chambers?
Oh yeah, Mr. Beard, he would come over to our house sometimes.
Mr. Beard is quite the name.
He has a big poofy beard. But he doesn't like Toasty, so I don't like him.
Based. Meow. Oh. Forget what I said. It's like best I don't tell her he died. Yeah, you probably shouldn't have said that to begin with, but whatever. So, what's new, Toasty? Meow.
Toasty says that he's been busy balancing playtime with nap time. Not enough hours in the day.
Me too, Toasty. Meow. Must be a busy cat. Shouldn't tell I'm more of a dog girl myself. These dogs do things.
Cats do things.
Well,
Like the little menaces that claw and bite at your ankles.
that's not a great argument, Carrie. Oops.
But they do it cutely.
Owen's off. Here we go. Mr. Eubank, we arrived just like you asked. Mr. Eubank?
Oh, it's you two. Sorry, I was just thinking to myself.
Is everything alright? You seem different.
Oh, of course not. Anton was my friend. He just passed away, and I'm expected to be alright. I'm sorry.
Mr. Yearbank, please calm down.
My apologies. That was rude of me. Everything is just happening so fast. I don't know what came over me.
I forgive you. I was being insensitive. I'm sure his soul is resting and he will be reborn soon.
Anton didn't know the meaning of rest. I bet his soul is kicking up a storm from resting too much.
I understand this is a tough time for you, but we would like to ask you some questions.
I would prefer not to. When I last spoke with Anton, I didn't know it would be the last. This wound is still too fresh.
I know it's hard, but the two of us just wanted to find out what happened. If it helps, you can keep it simple.
Alright, here's what happened last night. Around 7 p.m. on the night of Anton's death, I drove to the office to get some work done. I parked the car in the garage and went into Anton's office. Anton and I spoke, but we got into an argument over where to take the company. I left shortly afterwards. Before you ask, I don't have an alibi for being at the office. I didn't see anyone else.
Interesting. So we did say to keep it simple. Not having an alibi doesn't do you any favors. Was there no one else inside the building at the time?
It was a Sunday night. We don't have anyone working weekend shifts.
But Joy and Lowell, they were all inside.
We like having one receptionist on standby in case something happens. Joy enthusiastically volunteers for those shifts.
Jeez, I wonder why.
As for Lowell, well, that I wouldn't know. You would have to ask him.
Oh yeah, can't wait for him to tell us that information is strictly for company executives or some other crap. Thank you for letting us know. Do you know what time you two had your argument?
No, I don't tend to check the time during an argument.
Yeah, I wouldn't as well. What? Not a detective. Not exactly a lot to go on. I have a few follow-up questions if Mr. Yearbank doesn't mind.
Couldn't you show the cat toy?
Maybe. Well, I mean...
Because wasn't Fie or Fi or however her name is spelled basically there because it was her cat?
Yeah, so we assume her cat was there. We don't have... We could maybe contradict her on that. Alright, let's get the rest of the info on this guy, though. My condolences. I didn't know the last time you saw Chambers was unpleasant.
Thank you, Detective. It's not the first time the two of us have fought. It just so happened to be the last. We had very different ways of running the company, but we always made it work in the end. If I can offer some advice, always tell your friends and family how much they mean to you. Tomorrow isn't promised. Once they are gone, they are never coming back. I only wish I could have learned this before he passed away.
I'll take your advice to heart. Or, sorry, I'll take your advice to heart. I should call my parents and Gene after work. You and Anton must have been very close.
How can we not be? We worked together for over 10 years. Back when we started this company, we both knew the Sunrise District was a disappointing part of the city. We turned the stain of Azure City into a flourishing flower to truly live up to the Sunrise name. That was just the first of many examples of us working as a team.
But what about his friends, doing things that don't involve Yearbank investments?
Our friendship and our business work go hand in hand. You can't talk about one without the other. If we saw each other more, we might get sick of each other.
Jessie and I hang out outside of work. We haven't gotten sick of each other yet. The only time I ever get sick around Sophie is when she's driving her motorcycle, am I right? Oops. Don't you think a stain of Azure City is kind of harsh? What about the people who lived there before?
The poverty rate of the Sunrise District was around 20% before we started. Now the poverty rate is around 7%. We raised 13% of the population out of poverty.
You know, Lowell was from that area. His family was forced to leave because his landlord raised the rent. Perhaps that 13% was simply forced to move, lowering the poverty rate by removing all the people in poverty.
I was aware of Lowell's story, but look at him now. That move only made him stronger. Same can be said about many others.
That sounds more like wishful thinking. I was surprised Lowell was promoted to president. I thought he was just an assistant.
Anton's death was hard on all of us. Although I was willing to step up to fill the role, so I let him take it.
That's still a big promotion. Wouldn't someone better qualified be better to take it?
It's only temporary, just until I resolve some personal matters.
Personal matters.
None of which I want to talk about.
We understand. We'll not press any further. For now.
How's Ferris doing? The last couple of days have been so busy, we hardly had time to speak.
She's trying her best to hold it together. You should talk to her. She must be so worried about you.
I can't right now. There's an important matter I have to deal with first.
More
Damn, I guess your wife's not important, huh?
Yeah, more important than your wife?
Nothing is more important than my family, which is why I must take care of this matter first.
He's clearly hiding something from us. Well, he just lost a dear friend. It's best I don't push him. Ooh, okay. So... yeah, we don't really have any leads. I think... kind of right now, we're just kind of... we got the stepping stones, the puzzle pieces. You know what I mean, Carrie? We have the pieces to... maybe break some eggs and crack some skulls, you know what I'm saying?
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah!